solid.
I know nothing about hockey.
Well, see, that's your problem. Like me, I am hockey star.
Yeah.
Broke my stick.
All right.
Tried it one time. It broke my stick. That's how amazing I am.
Yes. That is why you are not playing for the Red Wings this year.
Oh, shut up. Never played ice hockey.
Did you ever notice that
I play street hockey?
ESPN shows like hockey highlights to like 2 minutes, and then they're done with it the rest of the show.
Yeah, they do like 1 or 2 games for an entire hour.
That's
yeah,
because
nobody cares. No, it's because ESPN doesn't care and likes the NBA better, but I don't. I don't like the NBA anymore.
That's because they have the television rights.
Yeah, that too. But
are we done with hockey?
Well, yeah, we went pretty quick through that. But you got some. Oh yeah, the Masters. You want to cover that? Does anybody care?
Of course,
I'd like.
care.
Well, I'd like to know. Like, does anybody really care about here? What did he say?
Thank you.
I can't hear him.
Thank you. He said no.
Exactly.
But Angel Cabrera won the 2009 Masters, score of -12 in a 3-person playoff.
That turned into a 2-person playoff.
Chad
the second
Campbell and
playoff
Kenny
hole.
Perry. So they went 2 holes of playoffs. Campbell was eliminated after the 73rd hole of the tournament, and Kenny Perry lost on the 74th hole. Kenny Perry, if he would have won, he would have been the oldest Masters champion ever. I believe he's in his 50s. I don't know. I'm not sure on his age. But anyway, Angel Cabrera out of Argentina, he won $1.35 million playing golf, which is pretty cool. I wish I could do that.
And he's the first South American to win the Masters as well, I believe.
Okay.
I believe I heard that on SportsCenter.
Watching David Letterman
Yeah.
yesterday because Mike and Mike
were on. I didn't know that, but then I saw clips of it this morning on SportsCenter.
And Letterman was like, he was talking about, do we really want Argentinians to be winning our Masters tournament? And I don't know, it was very funny.
Yeah.
If you missed it,
You missed it.
You missed it, I guess. I don't know. Find it on CBS.com or something. Nate says he does care about the Masters. He watched it.
Yeah. Well, I had it on too, but it was just like, ultimately, did you care because Tiger wasn't there?
Tiger was there.
I know, but he wasn't there.
Tiger was tied for 6th. He was -8, and that's pretty much who everybody was watching.
Along with Phil. He and Phil were paired up together.
Another point that Letterman brought up yesterday with Mike and Mike, where Tiger's 10 down, he's lurking. Everybody else would be like, "Oh, they're out of it," but Tiger's lurking.
Tiger's always lurking
at 10 down. But he finished 4 behind the leader, Cabrera, at -8. He took home a good chunk of change. I would be happy with it. $242,813.
I don't think he's hurt for money. I think he's good. Got a lot of, sponsors, promotions.
He's got to retire someday. He needs that money for retirement.
Shut up.
I don't know. Rounding out the top 10 here, we'll run them down. Angel Cabrera, of course, first. Chad Campbell and Kenny Perry tied for 2nd. Shingo Katayama, Japanese player, he was in 4th.
He wears a cowboy hat.
Really?
On the course. Yeah.
Sweet.
Kind of weird.
Sweet. Phil Mickelson was 5th. John Merrick, Steve Flesh, Steve Stricker, and of course Tiger Woods were tied for 6th. And Jim Furyk
was 10th.
Tied for 10th with somebody.
No one cares.
Sean O'Hara and Hunter
No one cares.
Mayhem.
We established this. No one cares.
So, those are your Masters. That's your Masters leaderboard. Not sure who the top amateur was, but I don't think anybody cares.
Yeah. He did almost make the cut. I do remember that. Because my family kind of focuses on that since my cousin is working on getting on the PGA.
Really?
Yeah.
You have a cousin that's going to work on the PGA Tour and you don't even care about golf?
Well, I don't care about like the Masters, he wasn't there. He was doing his own. He's doing his own tournaments, not on the PGA Tour. So,
Okay.
I mean, like I watched the Buick because he got in the Buick last year. He was in 2 rounds and missed the cut by 1.
Ooh.
Yeah, like he was one stroke away from being in the money. But he's won quite a few $1,000s on his circuit. I don't know exactly how much.
That'd be the nationwide circuit.
It's either the Nationwide or the Hooters. I know he was doing Hooters for quite a while. I'm not sure exactly where he is right now.
Okay. Nationwide is like the minor league of.
Well,
the
so
PGA.
is the Hooters.
I've never heard of the Hooters.
Hooters is like single A, and then Nationwide's like the double A.
Okay.
To put a baseball term on it.
One other interesting story: 73-year-old Gary Player, in his last Masters of his career, he did not make the cut. Actually, he was dead last. But I don't know. He shot 161. So what's that? Plus 6 and plus 11, plus 17.
Ugly.
So not bad for a 73-year-old.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with that now. I'm not 73. But yeah, Gary Player in his last Masters of his career.
And it's now past 11. And technically, we're supposed to be off the air.
Yeah. Are we done?
I don't have anything more to say. And you got any more stories?
Not really. We can just go right here. This says "Read me, please." So I'll read the announcements that we were supposed to read during the show. And GVSU Exercise Science seniors, they're holding a triathlon and training for Grand Valley students and faculty. The race is the 18th. The Whale will be there DJing for the event all morning, and the event is from 8:30 until 1:30. To find out more or to register, email tryatri@live.com or visit our Facebook group tri-a-tri. I don't really know why they're spelled differently.
I don't know.
That's really weird. But it's $25 to enter, and there is an after party after the race. So make sure you stick around for that. Also on the 18th, at Vertical Music, as well as other record stores around the globe, exclusive releases by today's top indie artists will be available for purchase on Record Store Day, which apparently is some big thing. I don't really know what it is.
Okay. Keep moving.
That's on the 18th. As a firm supporter of local music, the Whale will be there on the scene to bask in the fun. You should come out and join us. Visit recordstoreday.com for a list of exclusive releases, or verticalmusiconline.com for more information about the store itself. And of course, you can stay connected with the Whale over this summer. I believe some shows will be on the air. We will not be on the air, however.
Because Andy lives 4 hours away. It doesn't feel like spending 8 hours every week. Come down here.
Exactly. So you can stay connected through Twitter. Our page there is twitter.com/thewhale.org, all spelled out.
We don't use it.
Tumblr, thewhale.tumblr.com.
We don't use it.
Facebook, myspace.com/WCKS.
We don't use it.
Or you can, did I say Facebook and then give them MySpace?
Yeah, then you give them MySpace.
Okay, I meant MySpace. It's myspace.com/WCKS.
We don't use it.
Facebook, of course, you can just search for The Whale and it'll come up.
Yeah, we don't use it either. We use all our own stuff.